Radical. Radical. Radical.
Welcome to Show Off Saturdays. What am I showing off today? Well, it's a game lot. It's a game lot I acquired for 80 bucks at the flea market from a buddy of mine. Now this guy, he's getting better. He's getting better because this game lot doesn't have a whole lot of sports games. I mean, there's a couple. I told him specifically, when you get these lots, take out the sports games, except for FIFA. You know, he goes around, he sees deals, he acquires a lot, and he does help me out sometimes. He's the guy that I got that amazing game lot for 60 bucks that had Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, God of War, I believe, some other amazing PS4 games. You remember that lot? That was one of my best lots I ever got. So sometimes this guy hits on something. Sometimes it's just like a meh lot. So this is kind of a meh lot. Instead of going over every single title, there's a lot of filler here. I'm going to go over some of the ones that kind of like are just interesting, that I don't see that often, that I'm curious about, and maybe some that I've played. The only game I've played out of this lot is Freestyle. That is a really fun, crazy game. It pretty much like encapsulates what the PS2 was about. A lot of crazy, fun, extreme kind of games. There's a lot of these on the PlayStation 2. And Freestyle is just really fun. And one thing I love about it is it keeps tracking and saying you have big air even when you're going to your death and you fly off of something. It keeps track of like the big air you're getting. I found that to be funny. I'm like, yeah, good job. Now you're going to die though right after that. As you can see, some filler like Backyard Football, Narnia. If I was trying to collect those Narnia games, I have Prince Caspian, which I got in the last one, so that's The Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. Not so much for bowling games. I'm getting a whole lot of NASCAR games in. Star Wars Starfighter. I sold one called Clone Wars. I'm not sure if this was around, like, maybe made by the same people. I'm kind of curious about that one, if that one would be any good. And of course, it's not a game lot if you don't have any Assassin's Creeds. My goodness, there's 3 Assassin's Creeds there. Those are as common as Call of Duty games, really. The most game I have of everything is probably either Assassin's Creed 3 or the first Gears of War. Now we get to the FIFAs. And I upped my price on the FIFAs to 15 bucks because of the location. I mean, I might have those games at 3 or 5 bucks. And if people say that the FIFA is too expensive, what I do is I say, hey, I got old 2K games for 3 bucks. So that's what I do. I lower the price on something like the basketball or the football, the old Maddens. Not really maybe NCAA Football 9. That's maybe like a 10-buck game, I would probably say. But that's why I can defend raising the price on these FIFAs. And like I said, I do have a no scratch guarantee, or I'll buff their scratches out if something happens to them. Now, quickly, this is pretty quick, and I'm apologizing, it's really quick, but, you know, very, very busy tonight as usual. I do have 2 other games to show you, and these are probably the best games of this lot. Oh yeah, I don't have a Wii U, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. How about BioShock? I recently played this for about maybe 10-15 minutes just again. I played it before to test it out, and the graphics are still stunning even on the 360. I would say one of the best looking first person games on the 360, and there's a lot. I really like BioShock. And it's in that black case. Well, I'll talk to you all about black cases at one point in the future. So, it's a side story I'm going to go into on the next Flea Market Stories. And last up, what is the game? This is a somewhat uncommon game to find in 360. Shadow of Mordor. And I love how that, you see it just kind of comes out of the shadow there. I love this. I just love that. I love everything about how this looks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the only version of the game that actually has that in raised chrome? Or did the Xbox One and the PS4 versions have that? Or is this exclusive to this right here. It's not a special edition. It's just a regular game and whatnot. And I really appreciate the cover here too. I love the detail on that cover. But you know, I love everything about Shadow of Mordor. It combines two of my favorite things, Shadow of Mordor and Xbox 360. The question is, do I try to sell this one or hold on to it? I don't have a copy of this, so I think you all know the answer to that.